Da 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 da. Lady in the Block.
Hey everybody, it's Ask Bill and Vera a question, and I almost said askbillandvera.com.
www.askbillandvera.com.
Yeah, I almost said it. I don't know why. Okay, so we have a couple of questions from last week that we didn't get through, so I just wanted to make sure that we went that route. Melissa Chat.
You don't want to miss it.
No, I would never miss a question.
They'd be rioting in the streets.
They would be rioting in the streets, absolutely.
Letters to the editor.
Me. Melissa Chapman from MarriedMySugarDaddy.com.
Whoop, whoop.
I love that name. She says, What
if I ever came up with Married My Sugar?
You should!
Chick.com.
You should!
It would be riots in the street for that too. Melissa.
What would you do differently? What will you do differently when your new bundle of joy arrives that you didn't do with your first two kids?
That kid's gonna be crying it out.
Literally. No, but we did that with Liam.
One, I don't know.
We did that with Liam.
I
already did that.
Put that kid in the living room.
No, look. When you have your first child,
feed once or twice a day.
No,
all that
stop
kid
it.
needs to eat.
Stop it. No, but you have your first child, and your first child is like, you're like on eggshells, and everything's gonna break this kid, and you're so scared. And did I do this right? I'm calling the doctor, whatever. Second kid comes around, and you're sort of like, been there, done that. Third kid is the same as the second kid, I feel. I mean, we had Liam out in a restaurant.
It's gonna be different though because they only were 2 years apart. So we had Liam, and Natalie was still a baby. This one, Liam's like a boy. I mean, obviously, but he's going to be in school. It's almost going to be like having an only child
for many hours. For many hours.
Most of the day, really, because...
Yeah, so I think it's going to be...
Because then the kids come home and they, like, go to play dates, they go to soccer, baseball, gymnastics, whatever. It's going to be, like, very different.
I'm not nervous. But we're not going to do anything differently. I think we're just going to continue to be...
Yeah.
I
think we're pretty chill.
I'm chill. I'm not neurotic. I'm a little neurotic.
Not, neglectful.
No, I'm not.
Some people equate chill with neglectful.
No, but it's okay if he cries a little. Is the point of that story?
Oh yeah.
How has this pregnancy been different for me? And then Bill, the same question. So I'm 19 weeks at this point, and the awareness that stuff is down the road and on its way is definitely more daunting this time around, because when I was pregnant with Natalie, it was sort of not a problem. Like, it was at home. It
was also a shock. Like, you had no build-up. It was like, it just hit you, and then that was it, and then you kind of just
right, like, I didn't know. But then with Liam, I thought it was going to be the same thing as Natalie, and just be at-home bed rest, whatever, no urgency, no issues. But then his took a really bad turn during the second trimester. So this pregnancy, I am hypersensitive with everything that happens to me, because all I keep thinking about is, when is that gonna start? Like, and every time we go to the doctor, I'm like, okay, but what about this? What about that? Like, I'm so sickly nervous about beginning that path with this child.
But these new doctors are awesome.
We do have a really good practice.
They're all like high risk specific at the hospital, and they're very cool. They're like, it's like when they say if you're getting a would you get an open heart surgery? You don't want to go to the family doctor for that.
Right.
You want to go to the heart doctor who's like, open heart? I have like 7 of those today. That's like, I could do that with my eyes closed. That's how these people are. They're like, just relax, dude.
And even the last appointment where I was like, shaking in my seat, the guy was like, listen, we're not the practice that's going to put you in the hospital for 2 months. We don't believe in that. So when I heard that, I almost started crying out of like relief, because that was the worst part of the entire pregnancy with Liam. It was not being able to live with my daughter for so long. Like, she stopped needing me at some point. Like, she would leave the hospital. She'd be like, bye, Ma. Bye-bye, my mama. Come on, Dada. And I would be like, wait a minute. You're supposed to want me. So if I could do it all at home, and if I can, be under this care of these great people, then hopefully we'll have a smoother ride. But for right now, once I start contracting, I'm booking it to the bed. I'm laying down. I'm drinking water.
You're taking it easy.
Nervous.
More so
I'm
than the past.
definitely taking it easy.
It was like
definitely
8 weeks pregnant, and you're like, I think I'm gonna lay down a little bit
literally
today.
because I know.
But I think that's why it's helping a little bit. Like we're at a good point right now at 19 weeks, which is usually when it starts.
Well, we're not at a good point. We're at the last
centimeter. He said it was average.
No, he said 3 centimeters is the lowest he wants for the average, and so next week I'm in the 2s.
Well,
then
you
it
get
starts.
to see if it's next week.
I know, but we're on our last string for normalcy, and actually normalcy is 4 to 5, so 3 is acceptable, and we're at 3, and then if it goes to 2, then the fun is going to start.
I think 5 is if you're like I don't know what, like a
you're just used
linebacker.
To me. No, you're
what
wrong.
What is that?
I don't know.
4 to 5. What am I?
Because I've never been 4 to 5.
What have you been taking cervix steroids your whole life? 4 to 5.
That's normal.
That's crazy talk.
All right.
Freaks.